Good morning. Welcome to Flat Earth Early Bird number 1561. I'm your host Arwin. And before we start the show, please don't forget to share it on any platform you deem fit. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you know when I'm going live, which is normally 1 p.m. Amsterdam time in the weekdays and 2 p.m. Amsterdam time in the weekend. And please also do support me through the PayPal, Patreon. That would be much appreciated. And yeah, thank you, Dank, for PayPal support. It's awesome. Right, sorry for starting a bit late. I mean, whatever. I'm a bit late. It's beautiful weather again today. It's like almost completely wind still. And in the sun, it's quite warm. But in the shadow, it is kind of cool. But I mean, I don't have that issue right now. My room is actually really warm. But in an hour, it'll get colder again when the sun stops hitting it. Right? No trails being left behind. There's a plane flying over. Don't know if the cam can pick it up. It's flying right there and not leaving a trail. So yeah, beautiful weather, sunny, birds and bees everywhere, especially bees. They're like going around everywhere. Right. Hey, LVA Paul, first in chat, good to see you. It is Wednesday, the 5th of April, 2023. Temperature is 12 degrees Celsius. Looks like it's gonna freeze no more. Really glad of it. I'm kind of sick of those half warm days and then a freezing night. It's not pleasant. Because of just the extreme contrast. It's like go to bed kind of cold, having trouble to stay warm, like keeping under the covers, and then in the morning it's like the opposite. It's kind of like warmish. It's like a little bit too warm. It's weird. It's just, I'd rather have it be consistent. Hey, Slow-Mo Moonbuggy, good to see you. Glenn Salt, hey, you made it. Richard G. Right. Fire for an hour or two? What do you mean fire? Am I okay? Why wouldn't I be okay? Right. But yeah, I am having just a little bit trouble just going to bed. So I'm really gonna try to hammer on that. I just get so distracted after like 12 o'clock. And like there's this thing that just makes me want to stay up longer, like this foolish enthusiasm. And it's like I should just ignore it and go to bed. Is much better. Like I sleep better and I'll have more time spent in the sun. Right. Wood burner, okay. Right, so yeah, I woke up very late today. That's annoying. Mind needs rest. Yeah. I mostly just need to get to bed sooner. Stop getting so freaking distracted. And then I don't have to rush so much to start my show. But literally, today I woke up like pretty much the minute I was supposed to go live. That's really annoying. Do I ever meditate? Well, I do my techniques, sort of prayer, meditation. So yeah, not by any typical sense though. What topics distract me the most? It's not really topics, it's just me wanting to play games or yeah. It's not topics. It's not like, oh, somebody kept me up talking. No. Right. Usually after 12, I'm not really super into intellectual conversations after that point anymore. Right. Unless it's like some event that is kind of urgent and relevant, and then I might, but overall, not really. I mean, the morning and the afternoon is where I'm sharpest. Overall. Well, the chickens are going ballistic down there. Any pets? Well, no, not anymore. I used to have a cat. What games do I usually play? Hello, God. What is this? Are you the... Hey, fill out this forum bot, for fuck's sake. So next you're gonna ask me what kind of toothpaste do I use? Well, yeah, that might not be even a crazy question, but... Did I sleep better when I had the cat? No. Not particularly. It's not that I don't sleep well. It's that I have to actually force myself to go to bed. And then once I do that, yeah, I'll be able to sleep very effectively. It's just getting to that point that's the problem. I keep postponing that shit. It's like, oh, no this, no that. It's like there's this irrational enthusiasm suddenly. It's like basically like a little kid that just, no, I want to do this. No, I don't want to go to bed. That is literally what that is. And I never get it really under control. It's freaking annoying when that happens. Because it's enthusiasm, right? No, I actually sleep way better than, for example, 20 years ago. The problem is just getting to that point. And if I stay up longer because I don't want to go to bed, then it's like harder to get to sleep because I'm basically, the enthusiasm just keeps me awake. And like if I stay like that long enough, then I'll get kind of sick. And that's really the problem. So it's really a discipline matter. I mean, quite literally. keep a good sleep. No, but I can. It's just that I get distracted. It's just Lucifer keeping me awake. I mean, yeah. But the times that I do actually manage to overcome that, I sleep great and I feel great the next day. So read a book? No freaking way, dude. I just need to go to bed. Like, I don't particularly read well when it's a very low light situation anyway. And at night, no. No, that's just gonna strain my eye muscles more. So, no, it's really simple. I just need to go to bed. And stop, oh no, wait, first this, oh wait, first that. That is the issue. That's the only issue. Don't need to do something else. Yeah. Don't need to change something in my overall way of doing things. I just need to go to bed. That's all. That's all. No, nothing else to it. Right? But in the moment, just because it's really simple like that doesn't mean that in the moment it's really easy. Because it isn't sometimes. Set an alarm? No! It's not even that I lose track of time. It's just that I refuse to go to bed. And that's the problem. There is nothing, I mean, for fuck's sake, guys. Is this how you're gonna operate? You ask me questions, I explain about those questions. You keep pushing further and further because you think, no, you're doing it incorrectly. No, I'm not doing it incorrectly. I know exactly what I'm doing and I know what I'm doing wrong. And I know what I can do about it and I know what I shouldn't do about it. Yeah? Thanks for the advice, but I don't need it. Now, if you need some advice, you can ask. And then you can ignore it if you want, or take it. But I don't need advice. If I need advice, I'll ask for it. And I do sometimes. Am I still my 20s? Wow. That's remarkable. Thanks. But no, I'm 43. No way I'm 43. Yeah, way. I'm a fountain of youth. Like, I'm gonna die looking young. I know, I will. Unless I completely fuck myself up, but I'm not really gonna do that. But I mean, so is my dad, and my dad is already kind of old. But he still looks young and he is vibrant, so... Okay, 48. Oh, you're an April guy? Uh-oh. You know what that means according to Owen Benjamin's latest lore? That means you're gay, according to him. Sorry. He's never met a single person born in April that wasn't gay, according to him. Sorry. It's just silliness though. He also says that about when you walk into buildings, so it doesn't really, it's just a running gag. You don't, bro, don't take it so serious or literal. I mean, he literally just makes that kind of shit up for the fun of it. And it is really hilarious. I mean, I watched the show yesterday, it was really funny. Like, I don't know how he does it. Also, it's like he really managed to, like, he just goofs around and it's like, haha, yeah, that's funny. And then he just puts something like a little bit more extreme, but almost like hidden. And then it's so fucking funny. It's just mind-blowing. Like, he's a real subtle genius with that. Right, I did not like the frickin' horn though. That was really annoying. But, I mean, he's bound to find that annoying himself. Usually just tries something out and then does it the whole show, and then afterward, if he still likes it, he might do it again. That's usually how he operates. Anyway. Right. Yeah, welcome to the show. I'm not like in my best condition though. It's like, I don't know. I actually like got a little sick before I started the show, really unexpectedly. Don't know exactly why. Maybe it's like I've been consuming too much salt, I think. Got a little sick this morning. So I also have to cut that down. I mean, I literally warned myself and the world, like, hey, springtime's coming. I know what happens when springtime comes. Everything becomes more appealing, more seducing, and you get caught up in stupid shit easier. It's like Lucifer's seductions become more powerful for a while. And, well, it's happening. I am seduced by staying up too late. I am seduced by frickin' salt candy, eating too much of it. It's happening. Right? And I'm pretty sure other people are getting their own seductions. I mean, if you're a womanizer type, you're probably gonna be like really pulled to get out there and bump into some women. Literally. Right? That's sort of like, that's what happens when spring really starts to break through. Five-year plan? A tremendous person. Bro. Like, seriously, what does that mean? That's just weird. Guys, did you know? Clammy says I'm a tremendous personality. I don't know how to interpret that. That just sounds weird. I mean, should I take that? I don't know how to take that. It just sounds weird. But yeah, I don't literally have a 5-year plan. My plan is to just get better, more. If I get better and I'm more effective, then things should turn up. My 5-year plan at this point is still kind of irrational. Because my original plan for my show, which, yeah, I mean, has been going on for a little longer than 5 years, but my original plan was always to do this professionally. Even though I'm, I guess, not really very professional minded overall. I'm much more just about doing it and being natural. And keeping my intellectual things in order and stable. That's because that's just what I focus on more. I'm not really a business minded person like that. But my intention was always to grow my channel, get monetized. Well, that's not really relevant anymore. Get a support situation going to improve my overall living situation, and then to basically keep improving and keep amping that up, keep increasing the reach, and hopefully increasing the support so that I can literally lift myself out of poverty at some point. And that might sound a bit arrogant, like, come on, just get a job. I mean, I've been hearing frickin' trolls whining about that for half a decade. Yeah, pretty much the entire time. They did that at the beginning when I just started up too, by the way, guys. Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm going live. It's my first show. Almost nobody shows up in the chat. And then the second show, oh, somebody shows up. And then a troll shows up and says, you're a crazy flat earther. Why don't you get a job? You shouldn't be doing this. You're ruining your life. Literally, they would say that in chat. You don't want to do this, Arwen. You're going to ruin your life dedicating to flat earth. Literally that. Okay? So, I'm kind of used to the constant whining concerning that. And, like, dude, I'm 43. It's just not really in me. I could do it. But I'm like a task-based worker. It's like something needs to be done. I love to do it. And I really do it and do it well. But I don't like doing something over and over and over and over and over again for years. Except if it's the doing this. Yeah? Literally, doing this every day is the first thing ever that you could say I've been doing professionally, persistently for a very long time without just getting so mortifyingly bored with it that I'd literally start sabotaging myself or my health just to break it and stop doing it. Okay, it's the first thing. So this is what I want to do, and I want to get better at it, and I am getting better at it. I want to expand, always just improving everything. There's still so much about me to improve. The way I use language, the way my knowledge itself is arranged. Because I got a system, people probably have been figuring that I got a system, like an esoteric system, fractal system. Like a hologram in my mind that just keeps updating, basically. But there's still a lot of things that I learned in the past about how things supposedly work that have slipped in there that are just wrong. It's really fucking annoying. So there is more improvement I want. And then hopefully at some point something will happen. The winds will change in a sense that me doing this might suddenly become safer or something for the outside, and that, yeah, basically could get even a wider audience and expand further, just become more relevant, find more cornerstone subjects to do, right? And I already have quite a few. I mean, I got the whole my flat earth model conceptions legacy. Like, what is the earth? What could it be? I got the whole Rudolf Steiner direction now. I got my whole alternative past and like ontological primitive for creation itself. Like, what creation and the past. I got so many different subjects. I got a whole parallel thing, basically a skill thing concerning psychology, figuring out things, running like even into the ethereal. My dreamscape. I got a lot to talk about. It's only expanding and it stays. All those things stay. Yeah, I don't actually just drop something off unless it's like mechanically become incompatible or like turned out to be faulty. Like, for example, my pursuit of my understanding of gravity, which was still kind of Newtonian mechanics based, but not really. Right? I had to drop that. And then I said, it's an aberration. Me calling something an aberration is something. Yeah? I'm setting precedents. I'm setting precedents all the time. In the approach of knowledge overall. Like, revealing things that without me doing that don't exist in people's minds at all. Yeah? Me saying gravity is an aberration. At first it's like, oh, wow, what is that? Is that some kind of techno-babble thing? Oh, that sounds curious. And then I explained it over and over again. Aberrations, what are they? Yeah? Things, patterns that we bump into, that we can't prove, but that just like to our soul, to our spirit, it just has to be real. We want it to be real, even though we can't prove it. And then we get really infatuated with those things that we can't prove, but that just have to be real to you. Yeah? And those are aberrations. Those are illusions we fall in love with. And gravity is one of those. Me defining that as an aberration is something that I've brought to the entire debate consciousness about cosmogony, about physics and the earth, all that. Because it is compatible. You can, it's a thing now. I brought it to the table. So I keep doing this. I keep building this thing. It's not gonna stop, right? All it needs is just more time, and more will roll out, and more will refine about it. Cosmogony-wise, the flat earth, I quite literally am still recycling the same things that I've said like 8 years ago. And most that have followed me for some time, they know that now. Because they know, it's like, yeah, it's the same thing you were talking about 8 years ago. Yeah, I know. And I am updating my understanding and my way of explaining it. Right? Unlike Pete Shea, who's had the same idea forever and ever and ever, and he just keeps on rambling that same little sentence in the same way, basically. Never updates. Nobody still understands what the fuck he's talking about when he does that. It just seems like he completely loses track every time. Yeah? Well, I've been repeating my ideas over and over again, but I've updated them. And I've learned to make them more explicable. That's the difference. Have I ever tried designing? Yeah. I designed the jewelry that I wear. That's why I got into it. I refuse to wear just all this garbage out there. I'm like, no, I'm gonna make it, and I'm gonna make it from pure metal. So this is pure silver. It's one of the things you can just do as a goldsmith. And it's so much cheaper when you do it yourself. So, in a way, I became a goldsmith just to make jewelry for myself. And I got plenty. And then ended up basically wearing less and less. Because, yeah. But I had a whole phase, especially in the beginning, where I would just have all these symbols hanging on me that I made. Silver's a great investment. Yeah, I know. I also got into goldsmithing because that allowed me to basically buy silver and gold without the frickin' taxes. In 2008. Remember what happened in 2008? Yeah, I got like a massive profit out of that. One time. And then I went broke because I didn't have a working life. So ridiculous. But yeah, that happened for a bit. I mean, my whole financial growing and business type phase, I got it all wrong. Like all of it. I thought that I could basically just like be smart and invest right my way out of just making a living. And that was like the dumbest thing ever that I did that. I'm really embarrassed about that. Almost got away from it too. Almost like became a taxi driver. And then I met my ex. And then that didn't happen at all. Anyway, I don't even know if taxi driver would have actually been something. I mean, pretty much right after that attempt, it's like the Uber thing started to leak in, and like a lot of there, I don't see a lot of taxis anymore. They all got fucked because of Uber and all that. So it might never have worked out in the first instance, but I was really I had really set my mind to becoming a taxi driver. I would have literally been accepted if it was not like, yeah, we need you in the weekends. And I was like, but in the weekends, my girlfriend that I literally just met last weekend is free. So I didn't do it. If I hadn't met her, I would have had that job. Don't know how long it would have lasted, but I would have had it. Ridiculous. Sergeant. What the fuck? Cow Apple. What the hell are you talking about? B.A. Arwin? What? I never hang that full with jewelry, okay? Not that much. I was just doing weird things like making silver buttons for my jacket so that I'd have 4 silver buttons, like that sort of thing, or a belt with a special, like a wavy, creepy looking, ghostly belt buckle that I made. Just that sort of thing is what I would do. And it looked really cool. It looked really metal, really black metal, which was what I was into at the time. So, I mean, I thought I was kind of cool doing that. It's like, yeah, I am making art and I'm wearing it, like on the scene. So I make my art that is directly adapted to the scene. Not like, oh, I have to go out for some ideas because I don't have any ideas. No, I had frickin' ideas all over the place and I manifested it. I made those things. I still have like the sketches somewhere. And by the way, website, of course, symbolics.nl, my website. You can still see a lot of things that I made, but that's the more professional things. In my sketchbook, there's just all kinds of things, including which I made. Right, so if you want to take a look at some stuff that I made, go to my website. Right, let me see if I can find that sketchbook. Oh my god. This one? Oh wait, I got it. The first one. Huh. Alright. Let's see. Ah, spider webs. Or cobwebs, what do you call them? Damn it. All kinds of stuff. Right, yeah, I can even show you, right? So, for example, this thing. Stupid delay. Right, so this thing. Right, this eye thing. Yeah, I ended up making that. And that's my cape thing. Right? And yeah, it's kind of brownish now. I should polish it, but yeah, that's this thing. Yeah? See? That's this one. Right? So you can literally see that. That here is the design of that. That's how I do it. What else? Dude. I'm really, yeah, I used to have a crown. And it's gone, unfortunately. But, like, this is kind of what that is. I mean, yeah, it looks messy because it's pencil sketch. But that's how I just do it. But yeah, that used to be a crown design. It is on the website. There is a photo of it on the website, though. Right? And here are like the element type of pendulums and some other things. Right? But I mean, these, I still have them. Literally. Like the 4 elements there, I got them. They're right here. And they're on the website too, I think. Right? If I can find them. Ah, right, here's one. Right? So, here's the air element thing. I can clearly see that's this one. Right? See? Dude, I made all kinds. Dude, I went really weird. You want to see some weird symbol shit that I worked on like esoteric stuff? Like basically symbol glyphs, which are purely artistic. They are not freaking dark magic or anything. Don't worry about it. But I mean, yeah. I was trying all kinds of things. This, by the way, I never made physically. But I mean, my website's called symbolics.nl, you know? Of course, this one. I also, but this one is really special. It's literally in a vision. In a dream, I saw this. And it's turned into my glass stained window. That is also on the website. Right? But I would also just draw weird shit like this. It's like, yeah. Yeah, that looks symbolic, doesn't it? Yeah, I know it does. So you can stare at that and figure out what the hell that is. Good luck. I don't remember anymore. Quartz wheel. That's amazing. Oh, you want to see my ambitious pre-design of my dagger that never worked out because it was gold on silver and then I completely screwed up the gold. It melted and I fucked it up and I basically wasted like 200 euros worth of gold. No, not complete. I just had to reuse it. But I mean, remember, you might recognize, see, this dagger? Well, that turned into very basic this dagger, but it was that originally, with like a whole gold wireframe thing on top of it. Well, that didn't work out at all. Never gonna try that again, by the way. Alright. And here's the hanger I made for my mom. I think it is also still on the website. But this is like the most elaborate glyph thing that I've ever made. And it was literally this size. Maybe even a little bit bigger. Alright. Where was my gold? It was my house at the time. I had an apartment. And I had a separate room that I made soundproof. Just so I could frickin' hammer the place and all that. Yeah, remember that belt that I talked about? It's like on one of my first jackets. I still have it, it's just in a box somewhere. But that was this. I mean, spooky mirror thing. And this was a belt buckle. I just made that. And it worked too. Alright? But that's my spooky days. I basically like migrated out of the darkness further and further because I started out pretty like satanic, and I didn't really freaking understand that anyway. It was still a fantasist. It's like, yeah, like I'm a Satanist, but more like, yeah, I'm really into Diablo 2 the game or something like that, right? I was just an idiot. A traumatized fool that didn't know what the hell he was doing. Alright, that's where it started. I was like in the middle of my black metal phase when I started goldsmithing. But then that stopped. I got into, well, really fucked up circles, realized this is not where I want to die. And then like basically separated. My mom died. I got out of the house, therefore got out of that region where those people were. And like, yeah, got more solitary time. I suddenly got an apartment all to myself, like completely to myself for the very first time ever in my life. And yeah, got into dating because of that. Dating, it's more like just, yeah, luring women over. And goldsmithing, and got basically out of the darkness, out of like seeking out the dark. I knew what that was by then. And just like, screw that. I'm gonna go neutral, right? So it was from like, oh, we're evil or something, to, no, I'm neutral. And that part will always be there because there's so many esoteric ideas that were developed in that time, which you can still see on the symbolics.nl site that I posted. I mean, you can browse through that for a while. It's not just photos of jewelry, okay? This includes the theory gallery, which is kind of outdated the way it's written, but a lot of the ideas are just still going. It's just back then they were just a complete vision. It's like, I'm seeing these things, there's something really there, and I'm writing it down. Now I'm just starting to understand it better, what I saw. Is my life better that I left goldsmithing? No, it wasn't really bad. But I mean, professionally, it just doesn't work at all. Like, it's hell trying to make a living as a goldsmith. It is. There's insane amounts of competition still. And yeah, I mean, it's just really tough. It's like most people just have a goldsmith in their family, you see? So, unless you can become really popular, oh, guess how you're gonna be really popular? It's like, oh, that means you have to cock to whatever is the latest thing and make your stupid jewelry in those themes, yeah? So, yeah, that's how you really get popular, is by basically cucking to the satanic rich, and then they'll just buy shit off you a lot, right? So yeah, another route to Satan. Oh yeah, great. Yeah, that didn't work. I don't do that. I make things. I make art. I make it magical with my insight. My jewelry is freaking magical. Because all of this is all handmade. Every bit about it. I don't use robots. I don't use printers. I do everything with hand tools. Everything. Even the design, I literally do with a ruler and a pencil and a piece of paper. As you just saw, that's literally the design sketch. Right? Figure out a pattern, then I use all that compass, ruler, to literally design the same pattern on metal. And that's how I made these patterns. There's a system to that. Like even things like a pentagram, there's a very specific fractal pattern to it. These things that's where my math comes in, yeah? Shapes, the math of shapes, patterns. Alright. See what else I've got. That's not in there. I got so much stuff, a lot of it I just don't even remember every time. It's like, oh yeah, I got that, oh yeah, I got this, oh yeah, I got that, oh yeah, I got this, oh yeah, I got that, oh yeah, I got this, oh, whoa, got that, got that. It's like, once I really find a good place there where I can settle and really just take all my stuff out of boxes and install it, that's gonna be like a week of just going through things. Trying, like, remembering, like, oh shit, I have this, oh shit, I have that. Like, oh shit, I have a gigantic ruby. Oh yeah. I forgot. It's artificially made though, but I mean, it's still freaking gigantic. Like, this costs something. I mean, it's not like a lot, but I mean, still. And it's freaking amazing. Check it out. I can make like a sick ring for a king with that. I'm not even joking. Right. You have a real talent, thanks. This is, by the way, all roughly 15, 20 years ago, though. It's literally been 8 years since I last even tried. Because, yeah, I'm not gonna do this in my room. Like, in the room where I sleep. I mean, I'd love to go back to work, but I don't want to, like, it's gotta be just in my house. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I want a goldsmith. Oh, let's go on my bike and go somewhere else. And then do that. And then go back again. Frick no. I want it in a room next to my bedroom, practically. My living room. And that's the way I work. And yeah, I don't have that right now. Maybe, but yeah, my long-term 5-year plan is basically get more popular, get more reach, and more support, and then, I don't know, get that, just keep going. It's gonna be based on me doing what I do. And keeping that going, and expanding, and connecting up. And maybe even like meeting people. Although, yeah, I mean, I am in the Netherlands, not like in the US or something. And yeah, basically get to the point where I can have what I really wanted originally. Are you reluctant to leave my place of residence? Well, yeah. Unless I am absolutely certain I will have a better place, like not just it has to be better, but it's going to be more expensive, and that it's going to stay that way. Because this has been technically the best room I could ever wish for. I mean, look at the lookout. Look at all the green I'm surrounded by. It's like a mage tower for me. This is perfect. If it wasn't for the lack of room. But like, if it were up to me, I'd try to figure out how to literally buy this apartment. This entire thing. Because it's great. I mean, but it's kind of big though. But yeah, I mean, that would be amazing. If I could literally have this entire apartment. And then, well, have all my stuff in there, have a goldsmith, have a separate media room, right? I just have a media room separate from my freaking bedroom, so you'd not always see my bed in the background of the picture every single show, right? That's something where I would like to go. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be not cheap to freaking buy this entire house. And like, what am I gonna do with it? Besides living there, because it's gonna be costing taxes, etc., all that shit. So then again, I mean, it might just be similar to just paying rent. Instead of rent, you pay taxes. So yeah. Alright, Dr. Utger, yeah, thanks for popping by. Lucky man with your garden. Ventilation. Do you need special ventilation for jewelry? Yeah. Well, technically, you can just do it just like that, but I would definitely prefer ventilation for that. And I did have that in my old apartment. Can't even see your bed. Okay, yeah, Richard, but I mean, when I go for a break, you can. But yes, you're right. But I mean, if you really see the complete video feed without the arch in front of it, then you do see it. Right, anyway, I hope you guys liked that expose for a bit. And now I remember, I was gonna do the freaking singing bowl thing. I keep forgetting. Owen Benjamin had somebody made a really funny video with some yoga chick or whatever doing the singing bowl, and then combining it up with the time that Owen Benjamin got a singing bowl and just did not know what to do with it at all. Like, I hit things. I mean, it was funny, but yeah, I mean, the yoga chick didn't do it right, and yeah, so I'm just gonna have to demonstrate it again. This is not the first time. How do you do this? Also, it's a good thing I can test it with my mic, so please give some feedback on what you're gonna hear. The dust. The freaking dust. Oh my god. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Hold on. But yeah, I'm gonna just demonstrate how you do that. How you actually play these things. And it's not by hitting them. That's not how this works. I'm gonna get the dust out first though. Right. So first off, you gotta have the right type of stick. Yeah, because the stick matters. Now, Owen got a stupid wooden stick. Yeah, guess what? A wooden stick sucks. This is what happens with a wooden stick. Yeah, ugly. Yeah? This is what happens with leather-covered stick. It's much more subtle. It doesn't screech, right? And then you can do this. This is what you do with a singing bowl. Hold on. Should I do it like this? Do it like, yeah. This has been a long time ago. Right. I'm not really good with the small one, but it's just to demonstrate. See, and then you oscillate it. You keep rubbing it as it vibrates. And then it starts to resonate like crazy. You can literally, with your eyes, see it shake as it sings. Can you guys hear that? Yeah? Can I get some feedback in the chat, please? Did everybody just leave now? Can I get some feedback in the chat, please? Feedback now! So, could you hear that? Could you hear it well? Could you hear that? Ooh, that effect? Yeah, that's a small one. Yeah, that's how you do it, Owen. That's how you do it with your tiny little baby bowl, right? And they're smaller bowls, by the way. This is also one. Tiny, tiny, weeny. And this is, yeah. It's the more difficult because it's just not going to sit in my hand very easily. Yeah, it's too small. Right. So now, let's do it with a Tibetan-sized colossal bowl. This thing is freaking magical. I have a story about it. It includes my crystal. Like, I don't know where I got this. It's like I walked into the other dimension and they had this stuff and I was never able to find that store back. Really weird. But this is unbelievable. Just listen to this. Okay, this is how it sounds. It's already pretty intense, right? Now listen what happens. It does sound like a lightsaber, doesn't it? Uh-huh. Oh. By the way, this is really heavy on the muscle. Whew! Because this thing is pretty heavy. When it's vibrating, man, it becomes even heavier. Right. Not taking LSD right now, I get it. You know what's even weirder? You can literally put your head in it as it's resonating, which is like mind-blowing. Kind of creepy though. Now here, how it starts with a high tone. See? And then it migrates lower, and the low tone suddenly break through. Now I move slower to emphasize the low tone. Even as I do this, the vibration actually determines the tempo that I move the stick. Rub it. The vibration actually carries the speed. It's like it's moving by itself to me. Pretty cool, right? Not so lame now, is it? Pretty freaking magical. Alright, Owen? So that's how you play a singing bowl. It's a man's job. Yeah? No freaking tiny yoga woman is gonna carry this thing on the palm of her hand and do that. It's a man's job. You get it? You gotta have a muscle for that. Yeah? A woman would just be like, ooh, ooh, oh, that's so cool. Oh, quickly put it down. My arm is getting tired. Yeah, yeah. No, this is a man's bowl, baby. Right? Oof. Oh my god. I mean, that's a workout. Ugh. Did Owen say it was late? No, he said it was kind of gay. He thought it was just a silly yoga girl thing, and then somebody made a video about how it was a joke video about that, and I'm like, yeah, well, you guys just don't know how this works. Yeah? There's no tiny yoga girl is gonna freaking wield that bowl the way you're supposed to wield it. There's no freaking way. And no soy boy could do that either. You have to have freaking arm muscles to be able to use this thing. No, I can't play Freebird. I just do that, that's all. Alright, anyway. It's been a very active show today. Let's title this thing. Alright, so this is a direct video to Owen Benjamin for especially the last part. If somebody would clip that, that would be hilarious and send it to him or whatever. Maybe nobody cares, but I mean, if you need a proper demonstration for a singing bowl, that was it. And yes, it is in response to Owen Benjamin's video. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the show, because it's almost gonna end. It was a bit of a short show, I know, but there's plenty of stuff in it, though. Plenty of things to look at and listen to. Anyway, hello LSG, by the way, good to see you, and it's all kinds of, I might have missed you. I was just busy doing this. What are you talking about? Did I miss something? Where's the Big Bang coming from all of a sudden? This is the Big Bang, right? But I mean, think about it. The bowl has kind of, in my mind, inspired me to think that maybe the Word of God was just that. It's like this kind of oscillating sound that has this, I don't know, creates like a stir in a jar, a cymatic space. Maybe like the realm is in the middle of the water and it's sound that's keeping the waters apart and creating the sun. I mean, I'm not the first one to say that, right? It's based on a cosmology where we're all surrounded by water, so that the pre-creation material did exist in the form of like water, potentially endless, which is a crazy idea, by the way, but it always did make me think about like just the way it feels when you wield this thing. I mean, I'm feeling cymatic patterns going right through me. It's like you can feel the sound, and it's not just like coming out of a speaker that, no, it's like you feel the sound here and you feel it there and you feel it there and you feel like this thing and above, and you feel these places where there's more sound. It's an amazing experience, like a real sound bowl like the big one. It is really amazing to like be in the physical presence of that. And hey, people come and visit me, then I'll demonstrate it sometime. I mean, yeah, I can do that. I've done it before. I mean, I've had these things for quite a while. Hence the dust. Dish for an intro song. To a song? Nah. I'm definitely not going to incorporate it in a song. Definitely not. But it's kind of funny that who pointed it out, that it almost sounds a bit like a lightsaber. And that's very interesting to me. That's I've never realized that before. So thank you for saying that, because it's like, yeah, It almost did in ways. It's like how it is almost a bit like a lightsaber. It's really, I never noticed that before. I wonder if I could record it and then like kind of like screw around with it in the sound editor, like stretch it up, compact it, higher, lower, see what it does. Maybe it is actually the origin of the lightsaber sounds. It might actually be that. It's interesting. I've never thought of that before. Doesn't help me, but yet you're a product of co-creation yourself. Okay. What? No. There is creation, the design. Now we are consciousnesses that are in that design, and arguably our consciousness is part of the design, but differently. It's part of God. But we're not the creators. We don't co-create. Yeah. We are the inheritors. We have the designer, God, who is outside of creation. He is not creation, but he designed it all. Then there's the shapers, the Elohim that came and actually made the material realm into what it is, and arguably put life together in accordance to the design of the creator, which they were probably a collective avatar of. And then there's humanity, the inheritors. Designer, shaper, inheritor. That's it. We are not co-creators. This is all hippy-dippy bullshit. Oh, we are our own gods. It's all Luciferianism, all Satanism. Just like, no, oh no, we are the god. Oh, no, you are not. We are not God. We're arguably inside God. We are not God. Nobody will be God. God does not take a physical avatar that is what he designed. The inheritors, humans. Like, he's not gonna do that. It's ridiculous. And besides, you can't, none of it makes sense, right? We are not co-creators. We are inheritors, and we can, with our consciousness, have an influence on what is there. We're not redesigning it. We're merely using what is there and rearranging it for our benefit, as is natural. You are not God. No man is God. Period. And a woman either. That's co-creation? No, that's just part of the design. That's nature. That's not co-creator. Yeah, and it's destiny too. I mean, those things, when the consciousness gets more and more involved into whether something happens or not, doesn't make us creators. It makes us deciders. Yeah? Decision. That's the power we have. We can decide. We can decide to take it or ignore it. To do or not to do. That's like our unique consciousness trait. But we don't create. We don't do, yeah, well, we do build, right? But it's not like we are God creating like that. That's all modern hippy-dippy nonsense that's really secretly Luciferianism, trying to make you believe that you are God, right? There's that issue with a lot of different esoteric traditions, including Gnosticism. It's always like, oh no, you're the creator. Oh, once you realize it, then you are the creator. Oh yeah, it doesn't play into megalomaniacal insanity at all. Right? Oh, it's not going to go wrong when you think that you're God. Oh, it's not like the entire Bible and all of priestly tradition all warn about that or anything. Like idolatry, you shouldn't do that, right? Etc. etc. But people don't listen. They just reinvent the lies and think it's something new. No. No, he did not. What the hell are you getting that from? Jesus never said we're gods. And he did not say he is God. And yes, I'm very well aware of the saying, God made everything in his image. But what that means, it can go in all kinds of directions, yeah? I mean, making in his image, well, yeah. That might be another way of saying making it in his imagination, as in this physical reality might be the manifestation of his imagination, that we are literally in his mind, God's mind, whatever that is then, that through pure mind, like God imagining us, right? And imagining things that we imagine is basically like a sub-echo of the process of creation. And in our minds, in our imagination, we can be the creator in that specific imagination. Well, in that sense, God can literally be imagining the entirety of physical reality as we know it. And we exist in his image, in his imagination. So there is a wide range of interpretations for that. Jesus is weird God. Okay. I don't know about that. But he doesn't say we are God though. Right? I mean, if you're saying we are like gods, it's just a freaking problem with the word God. The word God is so freaking convoluted, man. Because in that sense, yeah, if you're saying like, yeah, humans are all gods. Like that. Like, well, yeah, if you're conscious, then you're close to God, and then you would be probably considered by those weak-minded as like a god. But you aren't literally that. You are not the creator. You never will be the creator. You are separate from the creator. You always will be as long as you live. Only in spirit, you know, could you get close to that, because we're in his imagination. God gave us dominion and authority. Yes, I know that, Glenn Solch. I know. That's why we are the inheritors. We inherit the earth. We are part of the design of God to be controlling the earth. And they're also be tested by the devil, of course. Because all power eventually does become that. But yeah, Jesus has said a lot of things, and a lot of it is quite esoteric, not literal. Yeah, in the Bible, when something is described to happen, then it's literal. But when somebody says something in the Bible, it doesn't have to be literal. You understand? Somebody says something in the Bible, a Bible figure speaks, yeah? They can definitely be talking metaphorically. Yeah? To say it in a way that people might catch on to what he's actually talking about a little bit better. the hell are you talking about? Ideology to the meaning? What does that even mean? That's not even correct English. Plain salt. Life needs a co-creator to exist. No, that's called reproduction. Reproduction. Yeah? Just producing the vessel. Summoning the spirit. Naturally. And not co-creator. It's production. Yeah? If you work in a factory assembling things, does that make you a co-creator? Or does that make you be working in production? Reproduction is co-creation? No. Reproduction is reproduction. It's a word. It's called reproduction. Co-creation is not a word. That's something that you made up. And hey, I get what it would mean, but you made it up because that's not a word that is normally used. The word normally used is reproduction, not co-creation. You understand? Talking about the language here. Co-creation is not a normal English word. We say reproduction for a reason. Alright, anyway, thanks everyone for coming. I hope you liked this show. Even though it was a bit short, I thought it was great though. If you liked it, then please don't forget to Rogans it up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you know when I'm going live, which is normally 1 p.m. Amsterdam time in the weekdays and 2 p.m. Amsterdam time in the weekend. And please also do support me through the PayPal, Patreon. That's it. It'll be much appreciated, and thanks for all the support. And also for the Patreon supporters. I got my Patreon in today, so I appreciate it. Right. I'll be back tomorrow with Flat Earth Early Bird number 1562 on a Thursday. And I'm going to join the Flat Earth debates over at Nathan Oakley 9080 channel, which is probably already started up. Hope to see you there in chat. And until the next video, keep it flat.